Alright, so today what I was going to make this video on was sweet deals, right? Sweet deals on puts, right? So if you're trying to figure out what puts to sell in the market to generate revenue, well, this is for you because over time I've found some resources that are pretty helpful in determining which puts to sell, which strike date or which strike dollar amounts with the expiration dates, and it has to do with the implied volatility of the underlying share. So let's say if there's a company out there that has an implied volatility that's really high, then you're going to want to sell a put on it due to the fact it could go up or down. But if it does go up, if it goes down and your put is exercisable, you can just keep rolling it out until it's actually a win for you. So, with that being said, let's look at the resources that I leverage. All right, so one of my favorite to use is the stock option channel. It has a lot of data on here, but one of the items that stands out is that you can do a yield. Let's see, components. Look at the betas, right? So let's see, puts, we'll pick. So we'll look at put stocks that are going to be conducting a buyback, right? So these are companies that have they've announced that they're going to do a buyback, and when a company does a buyback, the stock price typically goes up. So if you were to sell a put contract and the stock price goes up, the further away from the strike price that you sold it, the more money you're going to make off of it. So let's say if the strike price is $10, right? And it's currently trading at what, $15 a share, and you're getting a contract that expires in 3 or 4 months, and they've announced a buyback. When they do the buyback, the stock price is going to go up. The further away that $15 moves away from your strike price means that the value of that put contract to whoever bought it from you is going to go down, meaning that you get to keep more of the premium. So let's go into that. So as you see here, this is, don't need that. This is showing you the current probability, and this changes daily. So if you're going to do this, you want to keep an eye on the actual contract that you're doing. So this one is 660 days till expiration with a $65 strike put, and the ask bid is between $530 and $650. So that's $530 per contract, between $530 and $650 a contract for that. And it's letting you know the trading history and the odds of it being worthless. So if you go through this slide deck, continue on, you can see there's more examples. And if you don't have a lot of capital in your account to be able to do these things at $30 a share for the purchase price, let me see if there's some other ones that are a little more affordable. Well, I guess as we're looking at this too, one of the things to keep in mind is reading up on the news. What is this company going to announce soon? Where are they going? What's the market look like for what activities they're doing? If it looks good, then selling a put is definitely a good idea, because you'll be able to capture that premiums. And a lot of it, if you done puts before. It's like you're selling a insurance policy. You're saying that you're going to buy per contract 100 shares of this stock at that strike price, $32. So $32 a share times 100 shares. It's going to cost you around $3,200, I guess. And for you saying that you're going to do that, you're going to get, let's say somewhere between there. So 380 bucks up front. So you get that 380 now. This doesn't expire, or this contract doesn't execute or expire until 660 days from now. So that's a pretty long ways away. By the time it starts getting closer, you're going to see the value of this this contract substantially go down as it gets closer to expiration. And what do you know? Implied volatility. Like I was saying earlier, the higher this is, the more premium you're going to get because there's greater unknown if the stock is going to go this way or if it's going to go this way. But I also want you to notice something on here. So if you're looking at it, most of these contracts you're looking at don't expire for like a year or more. And that's because with it being that far out, you have a lot of unknown, and you're paying that additional. If you're buying one of these, you're paying that additional amount for that protection because you don't know if it's going to bottom out. If you're selling it, you're reaping the benefit of getting that additional amount. Now, the really cool part you can do if you want to protect yourself on the downside is most of these that I've seen on the site, stockoptionschannel.com, most of them I've seen on the site, they actually have a pretty high price for the strike that they're showing. But then if you go down to a $10 strike, the cost of it is like maybe 0.5, so 50 bucks. So if you did a spread, you're selling at, if you got the ask, you're going to be selling it for 330 bucks for the contract, minus that's for a strike of, what's it say right here, strike of 15. So that's for a strike of 15. So P15. Okay. That's the one that you sold. The one that you buy, well, my colors went away. So let's see, 330 P15. Okay, that's one you sold. So that's a plus. And then you buy one yourself for $50. P10. So that means that you bought a put at $10 with the same date. Same date. This date right here. That means if it's at 15, I'll show you on the little. Means if it's at $15, that's your strike. And it's 10. So if the stock's trading along and then drops to 15, well, it's going to get assigned to you. You're going to have to buy those shares at $15 a share. But if it continues to fall, it falls down to like $2 a share, right? Instead of you having to pay for all the shares yourself, you're just going to pay the difference between the 10 and the 15. So that's going to be your loss if it goes south. If it goes north, the only thing you're going to lose is the money you paid for the protection side of the put. So hopefully that helps with understanding of a put a little bit better, and then also a resource available.